Exes don't come back by accident. There are two reasons why they typically come back. And the very first reason that your ex will come back is because of fear. See, fear is right here on the chart. So whenever anybody is in this red zone, they're going to act from an emotional place 99% of the time. But when they first break up with you, they're right here, which is a state of neutrality. So they think that the grass is going to be greener, right? They're going to go do their own thing. They're going to have some fun. Now, after some time goes by, which is why no contact is so important, right? Again, if you need my help, by the way, link is in the bio. But when you give a month, 2 months, 3 months of space, and they start to get curious about you, that curiosity, especially because they haven't heard from you, starts to make them fearful because they're like, well, what if they're dating somebody else, right? And then that leads into point number 2. They realize that you are not replaceable, okay? So they think about the connection, they think about how things were, and they're like, wow, this was actually really, really good. The things that they're going to go do, say they get into a rebound or even just start talking to somebody, typically when they do that, they're going to realize at some point that everything now is surface level. So that surface level is never going to satisfy that deep connection that we all crave. So your ex is going to realize that you and that deep connection you guys had was, it just can't be replaced tomorrow. Now the big issue that I want you guys to understand going forward is, if you're going to get your ex back and try to have a relationship with them, I don't want you to think that you can't or shouldn't change anything. You need to improve yourself, even if it's for an external reason at first, so it can become a habit. See, I think we all do that. Unless you were taught discipline when you were young, unless you're taught discipline when you were young, we learn from pain and then we use external reason, like, oh my God, I want to go to the gym, right? Sometimes it's because you're like, oh, I'm getting chunky, or, I don't look good in pictures, whatever causes that. That becomes a motivator, and then you start turning that into a habit, right? This is one of those things that you can use to, if you want to get your ex back and just improve yourself, you use the breakup as a motivator and everything else becomes a habit going forward, right? That's how I got to very high levels of success, and it started with a spark. But anyway, if you guys need me, let me know. Link is in the bio.